Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Fall Sports Awards program. 2.0. Hopefully, this will be our first and last virtual sports awards night. 2020 has brought many families new, unwanted, and unfortunate challenges. Families are doing their best to navigate through these muddy times and trying their best to cope with these uncertain and often said fluid times. While I was talking and getting to know our athletes, many had said their families have been spending more time together, talking, taking hikes, riding bikes, having family dinners together, breaking out even board games. Yes, that one was said multiple times. For some families, aspects of their lives have slowed down perhaps a little bit, and families were able to reconnect with each other. For others, the obstacles of online work, meetings, appointments, health concerns were at the forefront of this constantly changing world we live in today. With that said, I would like you to have a seat, relax, grab some water, and enjoy tonight's celebration of our athletes and athletic teams. I applaud all of our coaches for their ability to overcome many challenging circumstances, being flexible on a daily basis where things were changing by the minute. Practice plans, procedures, field issues with the light tower coming down, sound system issues at Sage, and of course, all dealing with issues of COVID. These coaches did an unbelievable job by being effective and efficient, communicating throughout the year with the players and athletes. Our direct line of communication to myself, to the coaches, and eventually the parents and athletes worked great. And I was thrilled that information was able to get to the parents and athletes in a timely manner. Before we get to the coaches' presentations, I would like to take some time to thank a few people that have made this season such a great success. I call it a success because we were able to compete and complete our season with all sports except obviously football. Sometimes people don't realize how much work goes on behind the scenes to make interscholastic sports such a huge success at BHS. Thanks to our superintendent, Brian Benigni, and our principal, Eileen Eustace, for their support throughout the summer and fall. Thank you to Ash, our head custodian, and his crew, Steve Wood, who's the foreman of Parks and Grounds, Jen Ochoa, who's the director of Park and Recs, the custodial staff, the grounds crew, getting our fields prepared during the summer months to the fall have been remarkable. Thank you so much. Thank you to our booster representatives and also our broadcast club here at the high school that highlighted so many different games and events during the fall season. A special thank you to our athletic trainer, Adrienne Dembeck, knowledgeable, easy to talk to, knows everything there is to know about Berlin athletics. She has the best intentions for your sons and daughters and does whatever it takes to get them back on the field so they can compete as soon as possible. There were many special moments that we've been a part of this fall. Individual best times for boys and girls cross-country teams, whom competed at Pistol Creek more than usual. Volleyball had some remarkable and memorable games and realized they can compete with some of the top teams in the conference. Swim and dive, whom all students bettered their times in their respective events, and were the only team not to have a home meet due to COVID. Their perseverance, attitude, resilience was seen during these competitions. Boys soccer, on never quitting and fighting until the end. They were right there competing in many games and started to turn their season around at the end by finishing with a 3-1-2 record. Looking forward to a great year next year, guys. Thanks to the cheer team for supporting our soccer teams during the season. Girls soccer had some memorable games. This program continued where they left off from last year. This team played fantastic and continued their storied program. Great year, girls. Our football seniors, they had the most challenging and disappointing fall by far. It was very difficult to consistently talk to the team regarding if they were going to play or not. I think I've talked to them on 5 different occasions since the start of their training in the summertime. The boys were fantastic. They kept training. They kept working regardless of the news from the CIAC. We did eventually get a couple of 7v7 games in before the season came to a halt. I am still hopeful for an alternate season after the winter season. Stay tuned, more to come. Out of all these great moments, the one thing that I saw this year that made me so proud to be the director of athletics at Berlin High School is the resilience of our teams. That never say die attitude, the competitive nature and willingness to leave it all out on the field, doing so in a fierce but respectful manner that represents our entire students and community here at Berlin. I've talked to many student athletes about some of the challenges and circumstances we've faced and that we have overcome this fall. I'm extremely proud of how you all represented Berlin in this unusual fall season. The fight, determination, and competitiveness showed in all of the teams this year. In short, fantastic job, well done. Unfortunately, there were no all-conference teams, CCC conference teams this year, but there was an opportunity for some to be recognized at the state level and New England level and All-American level. Some of these sports are still working on these awards, and we will post this information as I continue to get information. With that said, I would like to acknowledge our 2 fall scholar athletes. On the girls' side, we have Michaela Gorski, congratulations. And on the boys, Garrett Fallon. Congratulations to both in the classroom and on the field in terms of the work that you've done this fall. I would like to thank the coaches. What an unbelievable job they did this year, all of them. From our first-year coaches to our veteran coaches, just a great group of people who would do anything for your sons and daughters. They have made this season a positive and productive one. We all worked extremely well together to resolve any type of issues that came up, especially COVID issues, in a logical manner to help all student athletes and the athletic program here at Berlin High School. Parents, you're a huge part of the program. Your class on the sidelines, who you cheer for, what you say, who you say it to. Athletes hear you. Opposing coaches hear you. Thank you for conducting yourself in a way that represents Berlin in such a positive light. Please continue your passion for sports in a way that promotes positive encouragement for our athletes. I did not realize this when I was in your shoes as a high school athlete or even a collegiate athlete, but please, athletes, take a moment. Thank your mom, dad, brother, neighbor, guardians, grandparents, whomever helped you get to this point of being able to compete at the high school level. Whether it's a simple car rides to and from practice, seeing your family in the stands, they are all a part of what's make being an athlete here special at Berlin High School. It is important to salute and acknowledge all the sacrifices by your parents and family members to help you get to this point and help you succeed. On behalf of the coaches, administration, and myself, we would like to offer our congratulations to each student athlete. Also, a big thank you to parents, friends of athletics, teachers, and coaches who have guided and encouraged these student athletes along the way. Lastly, and most importantly, your student academic and athletic achievements. Your awards and plaques can be picked up in the main office starting tomorrow during school, after school hours. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm absolutely thrilled to be back here in Berlin and know we have the staff, resources, and work ethic to get Berlin back on top with conference championships and competing for state titles. Athletes continue to push each other during the off season. Get that extra run in, that extra bike in, that extra workout in for 45 minutes instead of playing Rocket League or NBA 2K, Fortnite, etc. I'm probably missing a few games, but by working together, we as an athletic community can and will accomplish so much more. I thank you for your time this evening and wish you all health and happiness during this holiday season. Take care, and I hope to see you at a basketball game this year. Fingers crossed. Take care, everybody.
Good evening, students, parents, staff, and fellow coaches. I'm here to present the volleyball awards for the 2020 season. Before I begin, I just want to commend the volleyball team for their patience and resilience. Even though it wasn't a typical season, you ladies made the most of it. I know we had our struggles, but we worked through them with grace and fortitude. Berlin Volleyball has a bright future ahead, and I'm looking forward to making more memories. Now on to the awards. The first award I have goes to an athlete that reads serves and defense like no other. She received more serves and picked up more digs than any other player. She willingly throws her body on the floor to dig the ball and has the bruises to show for it. This year's Defensive Player of the Year is Kylie Lanteri. The next award goes to an athlete that has been to all the practices, including freshman practices, even on crutches. Her gentle nature and kind words have developed our freshman players. On varsity, she exudes leadership, whether on the court or on the sidelines. She is a selfless player and wants team success before personal success. The PACE Award stands for Positive Attitude, Super Effort, and this year's recipient is Julia Oakes. The next award goes to a 3-year varsity player. As a sophomore, I recognized her abilities as a hitter. As a junior, she was a standout player and led the team in serving aces. This year, she was on track to breaking her hitting record. She is more than a dominant player. She's a phenomenal leader who lifts up her teammates. This year's Coach's Award goes to Jessica Boucher. Finally, the Red Coat Award goes to a young lady with a bright future. She has the patience of a saint, which is proven time and again during our games. The role of the setter is to run the offense, and unlike other sports where coaches call plays or pitches, volleyball setters might run several plays determined by the first ball. Setters have to make rapid decisions about who's open and where the big block is or isn't. So much goes into this position that it's often overlooked by others because it's not as dynamic as a big hit or block. Setters also get the most feedback, usually corrective. This year's Red Coat recipient stepped up to the undervalued role and took all the constructive feedback with a nod and a yes, coach. This year's Red Coat Award goes to Michaela Gorski. Best of luck to all our seniors leaving us this year. You'll be truly missed.
Good evening. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Mr. Francolangia, Ms. Carbonell, and Mrs. Loveland for your support of the soccer program and being so responsive over the summer and into the fall season. Your help and dedication is much appreciated. I'd also like to thank boosters for all you do for boys soccer and all you do for all sports at BHS. In particular, I'd like to thank our booster reps, Mrs. Krista Hilby and Mrs. Patty Burgell. Thank you so much for volunteering your time to represent boys soccer and for doing such a great job replacing the Jamboree with another very successful fundraiser. I'd also like to thank our manager, Sam Calvo. Thank you so much for showing your support and for staying involved with the team by being our manager this year. I'd also like to thank my assistants, Paul Griswold and Dom Costa. I'd like to thank Paul for doing such a great job developing our younger players at the JV level as well as assisting the varsity program. I'd also like to thank Dom for assisting me at the varsity level and for working diligently with our goalkeepers. Parents, thank you so much for supporting us during this strange and unpredictable year. Thank you for being flexible and creative so that everyone could feel like they were part of the every single game this season. Your dedication and support of this program are greatly appreciated. Last but certainly not least, my seniors, Tali Arce, Captain Peter Cohen, Captain Jacob Dubinsky, Simon Frackle, Ryan McGowan, Captain Ethan Nauman, and Kieran Peterson. Thank you for buying into our philosophy that positivity will always win, regardless of the situation. This season threw some adversity in your direction, but you handled it with class and integrity. The underclassmen learned so much from all of you. The coaches, your teammates, and this program will miss you very much next year. Our first award is our offensive award. It goes to a player that led the team with 14 goals, 1 assist, and 29 points. He also tied a school record for most goals in a game with 5 against Buckley at Dillon Stadium. He's a talented player, a great person. I'm so glad to have him back next year. Our offensive award goes to Adam Kozubel. Our second award is our defensive award. It goes to a player who is a positive vocal leader. He's extremely hardworking, and he uses the coach's feedback to make himself a better player. He got us out of quite a few jams this year, and in my opinion, he is one of the top goalkeepers in the state. He's a great kid, and I'm so happy to have him back for one more year. Our defensive award goes to Zach Cancellieri. Our next award is our Red Coat Award. It goes to a senior who embodies the Berlin Red Coat way. He's a positive, hardworking gentleman on and off the field. This season, he hit his stride and did an excellent job for us as a defender. I have such great respect for the effort he puts in and day out, and we will definitely miss him next year. The Red Coat Award goes to Ryan McGowan. The last award is our Coach's Award, and it goes to a player who had a breakout season. Game in and game out, He was consistently one of the best players on the field. He is extremely coachable and one of the most positive players I've ever had. He's a leader, our captain, and most importantly, a great person. He will truly be missed next season. Our Coach's Award goes to Ethan Nauman.
Hello everyone. Congratulations to all of the teams. I would like to thank Mr. Frankelangea for his support this year. I would also like to thank the boosters, and in particular our head booster, Catherine McGeever, for all of the behind-the-scenes work. I would also like to thank my assistant coaches, Amanda Zadun and Mallory Brochu. Lastly, I would like to thank all of the parents and athletes who made this season happen by following all the health and safety protocols. We finished the season with a record of 8-3-3. However, this season was far more important than wins and losses, but rather ensuring we were able to have a season, especially for our 8 seniors. And speaking on behalf of the entire team, I would like to thank each senior for their dedication to the program over the past 4 years, and especially this season when it came to being mentors for the new players. Each of you left an impact on this program and will be missed dearly. We all wish you the best in the rest of the school year and whatever life holds for you after your time at BHS. Our first award is the Defensive Award, going to a junior goalkeeper who finished the season with 3 shutouts. Time after time, she would come up with multiple huge saves to keep us in games or seal out victories. More importantly, she was a role model and teacher to the less experienced goalkeepers and helped guide them through learning to be a goalkeeper. We are extremely fortunate to have her for another season. The Defensive Award goes to Natalia Chorzepa. The next award is the Redcoat Award. This award goes to a senior captain who finished the season with 3 goals. She is a 3-year varsity player who has shown tremendous growth year in and year out. She is a vocal leader who always left everything she had on the field. She came to every practice and game with a positive attitude and motivating towards her teammates. She's the definition of putting the team first. We are all going to miss her infectious personality. The Redcoat Award goes to Carly Grega. The Offensive Award goes to a senior captain who finished the season with a team-high 8 goals and team-high 9 assists. She finishes her 4-year varsity career with 40 goals, which ranks her 4th all-time. She also leaves the program with having the 2nd most goals in a single season, with 25 during her sophomore year. Unfortunately, she missed her junior season due to a serious leg injury, but that never stopped her in making sure she would be back for her senior year. All of the behind-the-scenes rehab she went through resulted in her signing her national letter of intent to continue her soccer career at Assumption University. There is no doubt she will be missed and difficult to replace. The Offensive Award goes to Ashley Wenzel. The last award is the Coach's Award. The senior captain finished the season with 7 goals and 7 assists. She is a 2-time All-Conference recipient who had a knack for always being on the receiving end of a header, even though she was usually one of the smallest players on the field. She was responsible for controlling our midfield and being a coach on the field. Time after time, opposing coaches would compliment her knowledge of the game and her respect towards her teammates and the opponent. Over the past 4 seasons, there were 4 different assistant coaches, but each coach had the same description of her: just a great kid. We are going to miss her next year. The Coach's Award goes to Jenna Zupp. Thank you again for your time and for a great season.
Good evening. On behalf of the Berlin High Women's Swim and Dive Team, I would like to commend the other fall sports and thank athletic trainer Adrienne and athletic director David Frankelangea for doing what was needed to make this season as safe and successful as possible. And thank you to the boosters for their continued support. Most of all, I'd like to thank coaches Jan Zagorski and Mallory Schultz for all of their effort towards giving our team the best possible experience this year. Although this season was a little different in some ways, it was exactly the same in others. As coaches, we could not be prouder of the dedication and perseverance that the swim and dive team has shown this season, as well as the level of support and friendship they have shown for each other. This season, we were able to compete in 5 meets, and in this time, the team was able to drop time and improve scores consistently. The team's hard work and dedication paid off in their final meet of the season when the Berlin High Swim and Dive Team recorded a long-awaited and well-deserved win over Newington. And although the stands were empty of fans, the energy level on that pool deck that night roared. This team was able to carry this momentum into our final championship meet of the season, where they achieved 24 season best times. While all of the young women on the swim and dive team are deserving of recognition for their hard work and positive attitudes, There are a few who would like to recognize tonight. This season, we would like to recognize a few athletes who have shown that they have the attitude and ability to push their own limits and succeed. Our first achievement award goes to junior diver Samantha Ferrero. Sam has always shown a wonderful work ethic. However, this season, her attitude, willingness to try new dives, and focused approach to diving have gone above and beyond. Sam qualified for states in every one of the meets this year and placed 5th out of 26 divers at the conference meet. Sam has shown wonderful control at meets, yet doesn't shy away from trying something new, which may leave her with new proof of her efforts. Our next achievement award goes to sophomore butterflyer Molly Sesniak. Molly's positive outlook on swimming and her team has led her to a successful 2020 season. She is always willing to do what she can for the team, even if it is swimming outside of her usual events to help her teammates. More than once this season, Molly has said, "I'm going to swim well today," and has done just that and beyond. Molly's ability to believe in herself has led her to 2 hard-fought first-place finishes versus Conard, where she swam her 2019 state meet time in the 100 butterfly and a personal best in the individual medley. This season's High Points Award goes to junior freestyler Bailey Baklaski. Bailey is a focused swimmer who is always chasing her best times, and because of this, has scored the top most individual points for the team this season. She's the type of swimmer who can be relied on to push until the end and always performs in individual events and relays. In 5 meets this season, Bailey earned 4 first-place finishes and 3 second-place finishes over 10 individual events. At our end of the season championship meet, she finished 7th out of 49 swimmers in the 50 freestyle and 10th out of 41 swimmers in the 100 freestyle. Her drive to be faster, love of numbers, and will to compete have made Bailey a force in the pool this season. Each athlete on the Berlin High Swim and Dive team contributes to the team in their own unique way to make the team whole. This season, we'd like to recognize 2 seniors who have positively contributed to the team culture both in and out of the pool. Throughout her 4 seasons, senior captain Julia Raynock has consistently been someone the team could rely on for giving her best during her races, for motivating the team to do their best, and being there whether the outcome went their way or not. Since freshman year, Julie has grown into a caring teammate who always finds a way to get her teammates to dance, laugh, and smile, and a driven competitor who has dropped 11 total seconds off her signature race, the 100 breaststroke, over her 4-year career. This year's Red Coat Award goes to Julia Raynock. Since sophomore year, Kelly Chmielewski has swum her way to 308 points scored, 30 first-place finishes, and 19 second-place finishes. And although these are impressive stats, Kelly's attitude towards her sport, her team, and coaches are what make her a top athlete. Whether it is leading by example in practice, accepting challenges in meets, keeping a positive outlook, or bringing the team together, Kelly has shown that she is a role model for her team over the last 4 seasons. The 2020 Coaches Award goes to Captain Kelly Chmielewski. To the graduating class of 2021, thank you for being a part of the swim and dive team, and your contributions have helped this team grow. We wish you the best of luck. And to the returning athletes, we look forward to next season.
Good evening, everyone. First off, thank you to the athletic director, administration, and the girls cross country coach, Coach Susie, for all the support throughout the season. It could not be possible without all of you. Congrats to all the other fall sports on another season in the books. To best describe this season, I use 3 words. The first word is thankful, because I was able to coach my athletes this season, especially to my seniors who were not sure if they would be able to have a final fall season of cross country. The second word is improvement. What defines the team is being able to show improvement in their times individually when they step up to the starting line and are ready to run. The last word is leadership. From practice on day 1 to the last meet, I saw my captains, Timothy Lewis and Matthew Tierney, develop their leadership skills over the course of the season. We finished the season with 4 wins and 3 losses, but each athlete has their own potential to improve. To all my boys, just keep running. You never know where it will lead you. And I want to give a shout out to all of my seniors, Tyler, Matt, Timmy, Chris, Ryan, and Nick, I wish you guys the best of luck next year and in college and beyond. I'm going to miss you guys. For the Coaches Award, I am very thankful for all my athletes this season and their willingness to push each other. I am very grateful that I get to have this runner for one more year. This year's Coaches Award goes to Ben Fisher. The next award I'm going to present goes to an athlete on the team who has shown sportsmanship throughout the season. He may not be the top runner on the varsity squad this season, but he has shown he has developed into a strong leader over the course of this year. Aside from his leadership, many runners on the team look up to him. I know I will miss this senior next year guiding the JV runners and being a key varsity runner. I wish him the best of luck in college next year. This year's Red Coat Award goes to one of my captains, Matthew Tierney. For the Sportsmanship Award, this athlete has gone above and beyond. He has shown throughout the season that although he may not always win, he will get back up and try again. I know I will miss this key runner next year, but I wish him the best of luck in college. This year's Sportsmanship Award goes to Timothy Lewis. For the last award, for the Most Dedicated Award, this athlete has been on the team for 4 years. This runner has never really complained about a workout and is always willing to try harder at everything. This year's Most Dedicated Award goes to Chris Bantle. I wish you the best of luck in college.
I'm happy to present the BHS Awards to the 2020 Girls Cross Country Team. I'd like to take a moment to recognize all athletes at BHS for persevering through many challenges, obstacles, uncertainties, and constant changes throughout this fall season. It may not have been the season you were used to, but it will be one you will long remember. I would also like to thank the many cross-country parents for their trust, support, and willingness to follow both home and away rules and protocols. This year we had 7 seniors on our team, and they handled this season with a positive attitude and an openness to accept any and all changes. I would like to thank each and every one of them for their contributions to this program, whether they have been here for all 4 years or if this was their first and only cross-country experience. I would like to wish the best of luck to Katie, Micah, Noelle, Sarah, Gabby, Megan, and Jaden. Our team was able to compete in 7 meets this season and showed a consistent improvement from the first to the final. We were able to compete against new teams, run different and challenging courses, and focus on training. Throughout the season, the team managed to find ways to support each other and create a team atmosphere while still maintaining social distancing. The first award I would like to present is our Sportsmanship Award. This award goes to someone who, throughout her 4 years at BHS and even going back to her days at Griswold Elementary, always had a smile and a positive attitude and outlook. She consistently leads by example and works hard during both practices and races. She always brings a competitive attitude to races while also maintaining respect for her opponents. I'm happy to present this award to Gabby Foster. The next award goes to our top freshman and sophomore. This year the award goes to a runner that in her freshman year earned all CCC honors and throughout this season was always in our top 2. She ran a season best time of 22:53 for the 3.1 mile race. We are looking forward to 2 more successful seasons for this year's winner, Claudia Jankovic. Congratulations, Claudia. This year we are presenting our Red Coat Award to a runner that has steadily improved each and every season since her freshman year. I have been fortunate to watch this runner lower her time by almost 7 minutes over the 4 years, while at the same time witness her development into someone who enjoys running. Katie Ritchie has lowered her times dramatically, committed herself to improving, and has set personal goals for her running career that go beyond her high school competitions. I'm happy to present her this award to Katie and wish her luck in all her future running endeavors. Our final award is our Coaches Award. This award traditionally goes to the team's fastest runner. This year the award goes to Megan Parada. Over her 4 years, Megan has been named to the All-CCC team 3 times, competed in the CIAC State Open, and set multiple school records. Megan also served this year as the team captain. She took on this role and all the responsibilities that go along with it. In a normal year, high school captain's responsibilities might include things like ordering and designing apparel and scheduling team pasta dinners. This year, those responsibilities extended to include making sure everyone wore masks, stayed socially distant, and documenting bus seating. The ramifications for having a captain not coming through with those things had higher than normal consequences. At no point did I need to remind Megan of the importance of these responsibilities, and I never second-guessed her ability to make sure all these things got done. She definitely went above and beyond in her role as captain. She also led the team this year, posting the fastest 5K time of 21:50 for 3.1 miles. I know Megan has not yet committed to a college to compete for next year, but I have no doubt that regardless of where she ultimately chooses, that she will be successful on and off the track and be a positive influence on that program. I'm happy to present her this award and wish her the best of luck. I would like to close by again thanking everyone on the team for a great year and let them know how proud I am of how they approached and worked their way through this challenging season.
Hello, my name is Megan Hickey.
And I'm Nicole Eterno, and we are the cheerleading coaches. For cheerleading, our season is not over until March. Therefore, we typically do not give awards until Winter Awards Night. However, we wanted to acknowledge the dedication our girls gave during the fall season.
Even knowing in the beginning of the fall our chances of having a competition season were slim, the girls remained positive and optimistic. We are so fortunate to have a group of dedicated girls that wanted to continue with the sport of cheerleading, remained on our team, and cheered for soccer.
Although this has been a challenging year so far, we appreciate you girls showing up despite knowing how important competition season is for our sport and that it's not occurring. It reflects on you girls as individuals and speaks volumes to your character.
We are so proud to be your coaches, and we are looking forward to what the school year has to bring and for our season next year. Can't wait to see you girls.
I'm here on behalf of the Berlin High School football team. As most of you know, I'm Joe Harrison-Witz, head football coach. This year was really tough on us as a team. We started July 7th with the hopes of having a football season. The majority of the kids worked hard all summer long. Beginning of the summer, we started handing out the equipment and getting ready to play. And ultimately, we didn't have a season. It really was heartbreaking, especially for the seniors. We're all holding out hope that we have a spring season. But I wanted to take this moment and really thank many people in this community that took the time to stop and talk to the football players, to reassure them, and for others to do everything that they could do to try to get us out in the field. Superintendent Benigni came in, multiple Zoom meetings, sat with us in the room next door, and talked about what he was willing to do to help us. The principal here at Berlin High School, Ms. Eustace, amazing. Again, fully plugged into what was happening with the football team, willing to do whatever it took to help us get out in the field. And our athletic director, Dave Franchiangelo, another great guy. This program is built on all the players that came before us, all the parents that came before us, and all the coaches that came before us. But this group of parents were special, and we're going to be able to show them how special our seniors are come the springtime when we have a season. If by chance we don't, and I know things look tough right now, we will do something for our seniors. So while I'm here to, again, thank folks and also thank the other sports, some of you had limited seasons, but you were there and you were supporting the football team. So I thank you for your commitment to Berlin High and the athletic department here. Hopefully this spring, again, we'll have a season. We'll honor our seniors. We'll get them out on the field for one last time. But until then, I really do want to say thank you to the Berlin community, thank you to the Berlin athletes, and congratulations on your seasons.
My name is Tony Butramus. I am the president of the Berlin High School Athletic Booster Association. On behalf of the athletic boosters, I would like to congratulate all the fall student athletes on completing the fall 2020 season. Though the COVID pandemic may have canceled or changed your season, your dedication and commitment to your sport was made known, and we are immensely proud of you all. To the juniors or seniors who have participated in 3 years of your sport, the Athletic Booster Association is presenting you with a sweatshirt award. This sweatshirt will be distributed to you by your team booster rep. This is a long-standing tradition at Berlin High School, and we are happy to continue it. The Athletic Boosters are a parent-run organization dedicated to the support of the student athletes of Berlin High School. Through the efforts of the parents to fundraise by holding car washes, selling tickets, selling discount cards, and holding fundraising events, we are able to pay for these sweatshirts, provide for championship plaques, and booster scholarships and support all of the 25 sports teams at Berlin High School. Win, lose, or draw, we are proud of all of you and the fact that you chose to play a sport and continue to play it during your time in high school. Wear the sweatshirt proudly, you've earned it. Thank you for your time, and let's go Berlin.